Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Facebook Live on TrainWorlds page. And we have a very, very special guest today. The man who needs no introductions at all, Ryan Kunkle from Lionel Trains. How you doing, Ryan?
Very good. Glad to be with you today, Ken.
All right. Glad to be with you as well. And this is actually a pretty big moment today because Lionel just announced something this morning. Big announcement, and Ryan's here to tell us what it is.
Yeah, we just within the last half hour, we've put up a bunch of new announcements for some more HO product that's all scheduled to deliver throughout the rest of this year. There's close to 100 different items in there altogether if you search through everything. And so we're really excited to this. You know, we've made a big commitment into HO the last couple of years. That's going to continue to grow throughout the year. And you'll be seeing some more of these announcements online as we go with our HO releases. We will probably do a full catalog later in the year, sort of a wrap up and preview into 2021. Right. But the HO world isn't really a print catalog heavy world anyhow. So get used to coming to Lionel.com for all the latest and greatest in HO announcements. And typically we'll be doing these towards the end of the month when we do them. Right now we're planning to do them at least quarterly, but as we get factories up and running and more projects into the line, we may do them more frequently than that as we continue to build the line. So very excited to have some new things to talk about and just to talk to anybody at this point and be with people and chat about trains and have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're living in a crazy time, and I think trains is a great way to kind of let people, stay home, be safe, but also enjoy their hobby. And if that happens to be trains, well, we're here. So that's
one of the things that I keep hearing the doctor say is if you're getting stir crazy at home, one of the best things you can do is get yourself a hobby. So
that's right.
Here we go. This is the perfect opportunity to take some time and build some kits that you've been sitting on, or work on a model, run some trains. It's not like you can watch March Madness or anything, so use that time for something even more fun and productive with model trains.
Yep. Now, Ryan, what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna share my screen, and hopefully you guys out there could let us know if you see my screen. Hopefully it pops up. But right now I'm at Lionel's website, going through the new Lionel HO products page, and big shout out to Mike Phillips if he's around, and his team who have all kind of put this artwork and graphics all together. Lionel is probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, train manufacturer in the world. Lionel Trains is synonymous with model trains, and for them to get back into HO, it's a great thing for the whole industry. So Ryan, where do you want to go from here? What do you want to talk about?
Oh, let's just we could start anywhere you'd like. As you'll see here, we've got a variety of products to choose from. Why don't we start with the big one there in the Mikados, if you want to click on that sheet.
Yep. And hopefully it flips over to the next page. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see this.
There we go. Yeah. For those at home, if you go onto Lionel.com, you'll see a big banner right up on the home page that'll take you here, or you can go into the catalog section. We've also done a mini digital brochure that will give you the highlights of all the product as well.
Yep. Yeah, and it actually is showing, so great. that was nice. So the Mikados, very nice. So big announcement.
Yes, this is our next new steam locomotive. As most of you may recognize, those who've been in the hobby for a while, this is clearly based off of the old Mantua tooling, which is a well-proven and sturdy design. Gotcha. And it's really reflective of the way we're approaching the HO market at this point. Very heavily focused on entry to mid-range level sets and locomotives and products that are built for reliability, ease of operation, a lot of fun, a lot of value, not necessarily the most highly detailed, ultra realistic scale version of a USRA Mikado ever produced, but a good overall runner and engine that you can really get a lot of enjoyment out of.
The almighty Mikado.
So we're making a lot of changes in this from the original Locomotive. While on the outside it looks like your traditional Mantua Mikado, under the hood we're making a lot of improvements. That includes, of course, things like a larger motor. We're looking at the design on the pilot truck, which there were some issues with that in tracking earlier. But the big one is our control system inside there now in the tender. This will have the same operating system that our Berkshires have in the different sets that we've done, meaning that it will be able to run in any one of three ways. You can run it conventionally with a transformer. You can run it with DCC. It has DCC decoder built in already. You're ready to go. And then it also has Bluetooth on board.
Wow.
So
Cool.
On the bottom of the tender, there's a little switch. You flip that switch over from track to remote, and you'll be able to run these off of Bluetooth. So for the locomotives, that means you can run them off of a free app you can download on your phone, and that'll give you full control of the engine, sounds, and features. We're not shipping an individual remote with these locomotives, but you can also pick up one of our universal remotes. They're very economical. If you want a handheld remote that just does Bluetooth control, we have those available. These will run on the same Bluetooth universal remote that our O-gauge and S-gauge trains run on.
Which is very cool, because in the HO market, not a lot of people, quite honestly, no one has a good Bluetooth system where you could actually operate your trains from your phone. I know other companies do have it, but with yours, the sound actually comes out from the engine, which is very nice. And your app is very easy. It's simple to use. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to operate it, which is nice. Sometimes with the legacy system, I do tend to get a little lost. So it's very nice on the Bluetooth.
Yeah, it's a wonderful system. I take one of our engines to our club. We're in a local club here, and twice a year we do a show at the North Carolina Transportation Museum, where we set up a roughly 40 by 30 foot modular layout. And it's fun to take these trains there because A, they're simple and durable, so I'm not worried about a highly detailed model getting picked up and grabbed. But B, they're fun. I can take the remote, or I can take a phone and I can give it to another club member. I can even give it to someone, a visitor or a child, let them run the train for a little bit. And it's really great for them to get hands-on and the experience. Very easy to use. And it's all happening completely independent of the DCC system that we're running on the rest of the layout. By doing it that way, there's no interference with the DCC at all. Or if I so choose and want to run it with a Digitrax throttle, I can flip the switch on the cab and run it that way too. So really great for things like that. And I'm definitely planning on getting a couple of these Mikados for myself for that same reason. Just something nice that's good looking, reliable power that'll pull a good train, and we can take the show and run the heck out of it and have fun.
Now, this SKU for the Pennsylvania, is that the correct SKU? I noticed.
Yeah, it's a different SKU number. It'll be a separate sale locomotive. You'll also see that available some point down the road in a larger set as well, and that's the reason the SKU number on that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. And at TrainWorld, we still haven't put these items up yet. We're kind of all behind with this coronavirus, so we do apologize. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks, we'll get back up and running and be able to put in all these great items to take pre-orders. We're going to aim for next week, but we appreciate everybody's patience. It's just been a crazy time, and most importantly, we're just trying to have everyone safe and sound, and that's our main priority right now. But
the order window on these for us, we're going to be closing the initial order window on these on May 6th. So you still have some time. We're only we're literally still 30 minutes into the announcement period on these. So we'll give you a little bit of slack, Ken. It's okay.
Thank
on
you.
my line just yet. But you will have some time, and all the items that you're going to see here are things that are not like our build to order O scale items where we'll be building strictly to forecast. We do expect to build a larger quantity of these and have them available for some time to come. But that being said, pre-orders are always great because it does help us gauge the size of the order we need to build, helps you gauge the size of the order you want to purchase from us. And so we do definitely appreciate it. If you see something here you really want, you want to get, by all means, now's a great time where as soon as we get them up online there on the site for you to order at Train World, get on there and put your order in.
Very nice. And ore cars, doing ore cars. Now, these are the metal bodies.
These are
so
metal
they're going to be
bodies.
heavy.
These are good heavy cars. Metal body, metal wheel, metal coupler. About the only thing that's plastic on these are the loads themselves that are easy to pop out.
Wow.
When we looked at the model power tooling, this is one of the cars that really jumped out at me right away as a good quality, well detailed car that I think has a lot of potential for somebody, whether you're a beginner or even a more serious hobbyist and you like to have a long string of ore cars. These will blend in really nicely with your trains. And so we've done quite a number of numbers on these. To make it easy to bring a long string of ore cars in there, there's at least 13 numbers available per road name. So you have a single car and then 2 6-packs with different numbers in each of the 6-packs. So you can build at least a 13 car cut with different numbers in them. And then in addition to that, the cars also come with a plastic drawbar that if you want to do like some of the prototypes did and do semi-permanently coupled sets, you can take out some of those metal couplers, use them on other rolling stock, and put the drawbars in there to drawbar your cuts together.
This is what the 6-car ore car set will look like. And to be honest, a lot of people love ore cars, and they'll trail them as many as the engine can run it. So it's going to be cool. Very nice.
Yeah. And then very similar to this, we also have the taconite version of these cars, which has a side extension on the hopper as well. And so there are at least 13 road numbers available on those road names. Some of them duplicate road names, so you could have up to 26 or more road numbers in the cut of ore cars, which gets you off to a pretty good start on an impressive ore train.
Yeah. And I mean, not a lot of people do 6-packs anymore. You don't see a lot of manufacturers.
We figured that for something like an ore car, for an ore car, it makes sense, and the price is enough that a 6-pack is still pretty affordable. And most people don't run 1 or 2 ore cars. You like to run those in bigger trains. So putting them in bulk packs like that gives us a chance to get them to you with less packaging and in a tighter box. So an easy way to do it.
This is the taconite. More road names. Very cool. Great Northern.
We're also doing on the taconite cars. You see them there on the last page. 3 special cars for the DM and IR. These were test cars that they did in unique paint schemes. So we added those 3 into the mix as well.
Very nice. They're like Pokemon. You got to collect them all, Ryan. Very nice. Very cool. Now, the work caboose, I thought this was pretty neat. I saw the dinosaur paint scheme, the T-Rex on it, and that was pretty wild. Very cool.
Yeah, that's all a result of Megan Frazier. She's a project manager for this, and we started off with the T-Rex Oil Company tank car a couple years ago in O and then HO, and so she's sort of taken that theme and running with it. And this is kind of a neat one. I like the idea of the fossil recovery car and so whether you're cleaning up a train wreck or a T-Rex, you've got a fun car here. These are just real fun cars for a layout and targeted towards anybody who just has an entry-level set. You just want some inexpensive rolling stock, something that's fun. That's what we've got here for you.
Very nice. And all different SKUs. And, with the crane, I don't think anyone really has this a similar mold. for a work caboose with a crane. So that's pretty unique, different. That will be nice for the HO market.
Yep.
Let's see what else you got. And a lot of accessories. Let's well, we'll keep with the freight cars. Let's try the.
We've got two more freight car types here.
Yep.
We've got some depressed center flat cars. These come with a pair of cable reels on there, variety of road names. Nice car,
nice.
Decent, nicely weighted. Again, all these cars, metal wheels, metal couplers. So you have a quality car that's simple and rugged, but gives you all the quality features where you really want it, so that they're going to track well, they're going to run well. You won't have operational issues, because it's not fun when you're putting your train back on the track all the time, where couplers are coming undone and things like that. So that's where we put the time and the energy and the effort into these cars, is making them a quality product that you can really just put on your track and enjoy and have fun and not worry about.
And again, no one really has any reels. You know, a flat car with a reel in the HO market. So something that's been lacking. So that's great. Very nice. And some good paint schemes. And then gondolas. Everybody needs a gondola.
Everyone needs a gondola. Lots of gondolas. This is a fun one. You'll be seeing these cars showing up in sets later in the year as well. You know, gondola is a great car in a train set, because you can throw anything you want to in there, and it's a fun car to just have on your layout. These are nice little 40-foot cars, suitable for any kind of loading you want, whether it's a scrap load or pipe or I-beams or dinosaur eggs, whatever you want to put in there. You can have a nice fun train with these.
Very nice. And the list price isn't that bad. Very nice. Affordable. These ones aren't metal, correct?
No, these are a plastic body.
Mm-hmm. Right. But looking very nice, sharp. NS, Pennsylvania, beautiful.
Yeah, we tried to shoot for a mix of more modern and older classic paint schemes on these cars.
Yeah, very nice. A lot of good stuff. Ryan. And also, you guys are doing accessories and buildings now.
Lots of accessories and buildings. This is a fun area of the hobby, and we have a lot of potential here. So we've got to start off with some lighted accessories. We've got some street lamps, railroad crossings, the traffic signals here as well. I want to mention all of these lighted accessories have LED lights now. Really? Railroad crossing signals have been upgraded with a flashing circuit, so they'll flash. And then the street lights will come with a slide switch there, so you can change the color of the lights, or you could easily wire this into some of the control circuits that are out there on the market if you wanted to automate those light effects. So an affordable way to get some animated street lights and traffic lights on your layout.
Yeah, and it is hard to find accessories in the HO market, so I think these will do well, because everybody needs street traffic lights or street scenes, and they're very, very hard to find.
Yeah, we have a number of them out there right now too on the market. I know you've got a bunch in stock now. I've got a couple of a workbench at home, different lighted accessories and figures and so forth. These are great little simple projects. You know, when you're at home, great to pick up a couple things like that and add a few lights to your streets, add a few figures to your scenes. There's always little things like that you can do on a model railroad to help pass some time.
I will say, Ryan, I think you logged into the wrong Zoom channel. I think you should be signing up for MSNBC or CNBC, the Squawk, because you got all these books in the background. You look like a financial scientist, or something really high up.
Well, we are all working from home here at Lionel, so we're coming live from my home office / workshop / guest room / you name it.
Are those all train books?
Yeah, you're seeing just a small portion of it back here.
Wow.
I've got a rather large library at home that.
Oh wow, cool.
But you got to get the ideas from somewhere. So.
All right, very neat. Very cool. Very cool. That's a lot of books, a lot of reading, a lot of trying to figure out which train is in which book. But that's pretty cool.
I've forgotten more than I will ever know. That's for sure.
Very nice. All right, and you guys got figures too.
We've got lots of figures. There's some fun ones in here. The fireman figure will work really nicely with the burning house that'll be out later this year. There's also a fire station that we have coming up in one of the releases here today. Yep. Some great figures there. We've updated the deco on those to more of a modern figure. We've got some couriers. We've got the plus size people. We debated for a long time on what to politically correctly call the heavier set figures, but
I tried scrolling
we
down
finally
fast.
settled on plus size.
Very nice. And then fences too. Everybody needs fences. This was like one of Model Power's best sellers, and so I think you guys will do very well with this because you know, they obviously no longer have the fences, and there's a void in the market. So really nice. I think these will do very well around the houses.
Yeah, they're simple. They're you see them everywhere you need them. We've done some different deco colors on these from the past as well. So you've got some options. Real easy to install, and these look really nice when you get them on your layout.
Yep, very nice. And then we'll poke over to some buildings, and you guys have really designed and recreated the kind of like the HO feel of buildings.
Mm-hmm. So these are what you're seeing here are built-up buildings. Then we have another group we'll look at in a minute with our kits. We've done some great deco on these. These are just, you know, take them out of the box, put them on your layout, and you're good to go. All the buildings you see here come with one of our peel and stick lights as well, a little LED light that you can stick inside the building anywhere you like and just hook up easily enough. The garage looks great. We've got a fire station. There are several houses here, a new schoolhouse. I want to point out because you don't really see it well in the photo on the catalog here, the Yang house. There's actually a nice little back porch on that as well, tucked on the back side of the house that you don't see. So it's a cute little house. And some detached garages. You know, all these houses don't have garages, so you need something in the background there, and a nice, real simple, easy to add.
And these are built up?
These are built up. All you have to do is take them out of the box and put them on your layout, and you're good to go.
Very nice. Yeah, everybody now is liking the ease of being already built. Yes. So that's a good thing. And these stick-on lights are just so easy. I mean, you don't want to take time, you know, trying to figure out how you're going to attach the light to the building. So it just makes it nice and easy, and you get a cool lighted building. Attach it to your transformer. So that's great.
Exactly. One of the things we're trying to do too is we're taking some of these buildings that we have and using them in different configurations now, things that haven't been offered in the past, different arrangements of the parts and so forth to get some new variety into the housing market out there for the HO guys. And so I think you'll see a lot of these coming over the next couple of months and years. We're designing some new variations and additional changes for these kits so we can continue to enhance that line as well going forward.
Very cool.
And then
and you guys got kits too.
We've got kits too, and this is part of the hobby that personally I really enjoy. I love sitting down and building a kit. Our kits are designed to be affordable and easy to build. They come unpainted, so you can start paint them your own color, customize them. What's really great about a lot of these kits is they are designed somewhat modularly, so you can easily rearrange parts, customize it, build things to your liking. You don't have to build it the same way that the one on the cover of the box comes out as. So this is a great way to spend a couple of hours on a weekend or over the evenings. I set a goal for myself this year that I was going to build a kit a week, and so far I've been pretty good with that. I alternate back and forth lately it's been between our Lionel kits and some Craftsman kits here on the workbench. So it's just a fun diversion after you've been behind the computer all day working on model trains for the rest of the world, to go upstairs and work on just one model for yourself is a great way to release some stress.
And Also, I want to tell the Steam channel they made a note about Steam engine releases, and they did announce the Mikado earlier, so that's coming out. And I just wanted to show you guys on our website, TrainWorld.com, under Lionel HO scale. They have a lot of products already that are in stock or coming in, hoppers, box cars, just a ton of product, flat cars with containers, cabooses. So there's a lot of stuff. The one thing that I have noticed that is the best seller so far that I've noticed is the Christmas boxcar. And if I could find it quick and easy, I will. But it's really, there's not a lot of HO companies that capitalize on Christmas boxcars. And Lionel, I mean, you guys are known for every year having that dated O-scale Christmas boxcar that everybody has to have and collect. Yes. And you guys actually now have it in HO scale. And actually, right. we're sold out of last year's one, but
I think we may still have a few in the warehouse from last year if you want to restock. Because there will be those who want to have the full set, and if you're going to have the full set, you got to start with year one.
Yeah, 100%.
That is by far, as you mentioned, our biggest selling SKU in O scale, in American Flyer, and we hope that it does well in HO2. We really pushed hard on the factory to get those here. They got here basically just in time for Christmas last year or a few days after. But but those are you're sold out. We still have a few more if you want to restock.
Did you announce next year's
2020 Christmas boxcar this year as well, for sure?
Did you guys announce that yet? The new boxcar?
I haven't announced that yet. We figured we'll save that for one of the releases a little bit closer to the holidays. But it's already planned. It's already the art is done for it. And we're working ahead. What we're going to be doing is, a lot of these releases, since they aren't built to order items, we have the ability that we're going to forecast a number of these things, get them on order, and they'll be in the pipeline before the public actually sees them or gets word of them and can start ordering. So that will hopefully shorten the delivery timeline, at least perceptually, for people from when you see it listed to when it's actually available for you in the stores. So these are the first that we've released here today for the year. A lot of the rolling stock that was announced last year is currently on the production floor and should be making its way over here over the next couple of weeks and months as we get transit moving again out of China. And we'll have a lot of rolling stock starting to arrive here this year, with, as you can see, plenty more now being pumped into the pipeline to keep this going.
Without a doubt. And here's some also other Christmas cars that not a lot of HO companies really do, and this is SledX.
It's a fun one.
Actually, that's I didn't catch that, but now that I read it, I caught it. So SledX, and you got like a hot cocoa tank car, which is pretty cool.
We've got a couple major themes that sort of run through our sets. We've got the Christmas themes. There are quite a number of patriotic cars in the sets, as well as military themed box cars and so forth. Those have traditionally done well for us in other scales. They did well for model power in some cases. So some things that we're going to continue and put out there. The Lionel name, when you think Lionel, whether it's O gauge or HO, you sort of have a bit of a fun and whimsy factor to it. It's not always rivet counting, nuts and bolts.
Right.
But there's so we want to keep that fun part alive, as well as providing a quality and innovative product that gives you new features and good value for the money.
I mean, look at this. You got a haunted house. That's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. And that's the built up. I during Halloween, that's going to be a home run. And
that one's built up. We'll have that available as a kit probably coming out here this year as well. We'll announce that one down the road in a little ways.
Very cool. And like you said, a lot of military, which is nice to see, because you don't see a lot of companies in HO do the military. And starter sets, you guys are re-getting your name back in the HO starter set market, which is great.
Absolutely. So a lot of starter sets. You'll see some more sets announced later this year as well. These sets come with our new Magna lock track, which is super easy and great for people getting started. You just click it together with magnets. You don't have to fuss with small metal rail joiners or anything like that. They include the Bluetooth. They include a handheld remote. So it's snap together the track, plug in the power supply, put the train on there, and dial it up, and away you go. Real easy to get started, and a lot of fun, and a lot of innovation and feature and value packed into those train sets.
Yeah, and one thing I did want to say, because you actually taught me this on the Magnum lock track. So if you guys haven't seen it, it's wild. I mean, you just take the two tracks together and it just snaps, and that's it. There's no anything. It just connects. Very very easy. But Ryan was showing me when he came to the store that if you wanted it to be more secure, you can add rail joiners. So you do have that option if you want it to be more secure, which I thought was a good feature that I wasn't aware of. And it makes sense if you have carpet or something uneven, just that rail joiner will be a lot more secure.
You can add the rail joiners in there. You can also use that if you want to connect it to other brands of HO track. You can use those rail joiners and connect to other switches or other pieces, or if you have an existing layout and want to use that to connect in, it's just a simple matter of sliding the rail joiners in to the ends of the rail. We have rail joiners available too. They're available in packs of 24, or also if you're building a larger layout, you can get a spool of them of 400 rail joiners on a spool, so you don't have to keep opening up small packs.
Packages. That's nice. And in O scale, one of the hottest things that everyone was talking previously was the track with the lights. Is that something that's possible in HO?
It's probably possible in HO. We'd have to change the detection system around a little bit to make it work.
That would be cool.
But it could happen. It's definitely something that we'll consider. It's been incredibly well received in the OD market.
Oh my God. With the amount of orders, Ryan, on this lighted track, everybody's going crazy for it. I mean, yes, people say, oh, well, it's a lot more money, but you're getting LED lights that are following the train. So, I mean, there's a lot of value. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's a fun piece. As soon as we saw it and started playing with it, we knew it was going to be a hit. I mean, you put a train on there and just watch it, and turn out the lights and just watch the train chase itself around. It's going to be great underneath a Christmas tree or anywhere else you want to use it. I think there'll be a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, very cool. And this is the curve and straight track. And actually, yesterday I saw an email that you're also expanding on the line, which is great, because I guess you see the people being receiving this information well and ordering. So that's pretty neat. And then they also do have some starter sets that are, I believe, going to start to come with it. This is the Junction Christmas set. So we're actually really excited about some of the non-prototypical stuff. But you guys definitely did the GS, all the GS is, and got a lot of stuff coming out. And anything else you want to talk or cover, Ryan?
Well, let's talk. I do want to touch very briefly on the status of the company right now, so that everyone sort of knows. As mentioned, obviously we're working from home, but the company is still very much up and running.
Okay.
If you have any concerns, our call center is also up and running. One of the nice things about our new phone system is it's very portable, so you can still continue to call 1-800-4-LIONEL or email talk-to-us@lionel.com for any questions that you may have. So feel free to do that. If you have anything service related, because we're not working from home, those things are a little bit harder to take home with you. So there may be a little bit longer of a delay on things coming in for warranty work or for parts orders. We will do our best to get those out to you as quickly and efficiently as we can. But with everyone's safety and health as our top priority, it may be a little bit longer on those things. But as far as calls or questions, feel free to continue to call and email us. You shouldn't notice any change. In fact, actually, we've pulled a few more people over to the call center from some other places where we have rescheduling and shuffling the deck. So that's all up and running. We do wish everybody out there well and stay safe, and especially you guys up in New York and all of our other friends up there. You seem to be becoming the epicenter for this. So not to dwell on the issues surrounding us, but absolutely, we do wish well for everybody. I want to let everybody know where we stand as a company on things. So we're still very much up and running. Everything else is going according to plan.
Awesome.
Much as we normally do here. So the only difference in my day now is I don't have to drive into work. I just walk downstairs.
and that's great to hear. And I think that's just a blanket statement for the whole train industry. If you guys could just be a little more patient than usual, it will go a long way to help the businesses kind of just get through this thing. Even with us, if you guys, I know we're doing our best to try to help get the orders out once we can. But if you guys could just be a little more patient, it will go a long way. But all of us will come back ready to roar and shipping out trains. So in the meantime, set up that layout in the basement if you got them in the closet, or if you're still working on your layout, this is a great time to finish it and keep on going. And trains is a great hobby. So we hope it will lead some time for you, and to you really enjoy it. Maybe even with your kids, spouses, and just enjoy it. So
absolutely. I mean, this entire industry is really built up of small companies. When we think small, you think the small mom and pop shops, whether it's not only the our dealers like you guys, but even a lot of the manufacturers themselves are very small operations. So it's your patriotic duty to support your small businesses and build a model train. That's how I'm looking at it. It's the right thing to do. But if you're out there watching this right now, we've spent a lot of time talking about all the new stuff to come, but there is a lot of great stuff on the shelves at Train World right now that they're working very hard to ship out to you and fill those orders. So order a kit. Order some accessories, order a couple of things, and get those delivered, and give yourself something to do. And it supports them. It keeps everybody up and running, and it'll also support your mental health and keep you happy too.
Yeah, and I will say all our friends, family, loyal customers have been so supportive, and I'm sure you're getting the same thing, Ryan. So I just really want to thank everyone out there for just the positive comments and the emails that you guys have been sending in support. And I'm sure this is not only for us. I'm sure it's industry wide. The train industry has some of the most loyal, dedicated, and amazing customers out there, and we really appreciate it. I mean, Ryan and myself, we go to the train shows. We go to York, Amherst, and speaking to you guys at the shows, it's just great to meet you guys and to be with you, and just to get to know you. So we do appreciate the great feedback and support throughout this time. And so get your orders in. We're gonna be getting them up in a week or two, so just be patient. But Lionel has some great HO product. The big announcement today was the mighty Mikado HO Lionel. That's going to be a home run, and we'll do our best to get it up, posted. And Ryan, I think you look like a scholar back there, and you should do more of these great webinar interviews.
Well, we can do this anytime you like, Ken. I think this is a great thing that you're doing, putting this out there to keep everybody engaged and give us something to look forward to. I'm happy to come on here and talk with you anytime you'd like. If you've got 2 more minutes, I'll show you some of the Lionel kits that I've been working on and enhancing and doing that. If people think people would be interested in seeing what you can do with some of these models.
I would love to see that. And also, I think the whole world out there would love to see maybe a little performance. Who
Oh,
knows?
I didn't pack the guitar. Mike specifically told me no guitar.
No guitar.
You know, what can I say? We got to leave you hungry for more, I guess.
Okay, all right. I guess you need Dave for these performances.
Yeah, I've been told to socially distance myself from the guitar.
you and Dave need to stay 6 feet apart.
For the sake of all humanity.
Yeah, that's it. No more. I guess that was a one-off, but we're all rooting for a repeat, and maybe you could do another song. I don't know.
Oh, you never know. I'm sure at some point the mind's much more creative than mine at Lionel will come up with something, and we'll definitely do it. And it was fun, and I'm glad everyone seems to have gotten a kick out of it. Yeah. It was just one of those things we threw together quickly, and kudos to Dave and Sadie and the whole team there for pulling that one off. All I had to do there was stand around and not really react much, which I'm pretty good at.
I tell you guys had me in tears, and our team here were like, why didn't we think of that? That's great. And
I will say, and I promised that the award that I received at TrainWorld this year would be in the next show. It's not here at my house. I had to share that with Dave. So the guitar is in Dave's office. And the next time we get together in there to do a Ryan and Dave show, I promise you we will have that featured prominently somewhere in the background of that. So it won't be all this scholarly stuff. It'll be something a little bit more appropriate for personalities.
Who knows? Maybe you could even put a nice Grammy up on that bookcase. All right, so let's see your kits.
Yeah, let's take a look at a couple of these things. So this is the first one. This was cobbled out of one of the HO, I think it was Grandma's house kits, but we modified a few things. And you can see here by adding some weathering, adding some different shingles, and then cluttering up the front of the porch a good bit. Hopefully this is coming through well enough to you on the screen, if you can see it or not. We use the house details kit, the furniture details, and just some other little odds and ends from the scrap box to make a good rundown. We're calling this the hoarder house, with a bunch of details on there. That'll get planted on the layout, surrounded by some more castings and fun things. Also been taking a lot of these and sort of modifying them a little bit outside of their normal realm. This took one and used the smaller sides with the longer walls, and created a little bed and breakfast, added some homemade signage and window boxes, real easy to make out of some scrap. And you can really change the look of these models quite quickly and easily. Cut down the foundation a little bit, put some brick paper on there to change out the foundation. Just little details that you can do to these kits to make them something your own and something a little different. A couple of row homes here again. These are just coming out of the house kits. These are your smaller portions of the houses. Got a little tavern, little row house. You can see I just left the windows off this side. It'll continue to grow in the street scene. Cobbled an extra front gable there out of some scrap styrene. So these are great little projects that can fill a couple of evenings of your time if you'd like to do something simple at home. Very easy to build and enjoy. You guys have a lot of other great detail parts at the stores. You can combine stuff from other manufacturers. Last but not least, I'll show off this little garage. We have the new detached garages in the announcement this month. Here's one that I built as a mock-up for that. Added some nice little tail there. Got the tarp on the roof. That was an easy add from some craft paper. A little bit of weathering, paint, and detail, and these turn into very nice models very quickly that will add a lot of character to your layout. So my challenge to everybody out there, if you're watching this, is to go buy a kit. Go buy something and build something and make it your own while you have this opportunity to be at home. Challenge yourself to do something new. Think of a new technique, something a little outside the box. If it's a Lionel kit, great. If it's not, that's fine too. But push yourself into the hobby and challenge yourself to do something new and make the most out of the situation, whatever it may be. in life, and it's a good secret to happiness right there.
And Ryan, can you just show the first two buildings up close again? Sorry, I had it on screen share. I didn't realize.
No problem.
So I just want to get a close up.
Yeah, here's the front, the first house that we built up. You can see all the details added there. The weathering on this is all fairly simple with washes and peeling up the siding and so forth. And hopefully over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have a chance to sit down and actually film some basic kit building videos here to share on our social media pages with everybody, so you can see how to build one according to the instructions, and then easy to make enhancements and so forth in these to add a lot of detail and life into them. And all of that stuff usually doesn't really cost a lot. It's just a matter of taking some time with your paintbrush and your hobby tools and building something and making it your own. These techniques are all fairly easy. If I can do this stuff, anybody can do this stuff. Even just things like adding the window boxes. They're just little strips of balsa wood and some ground foam glued in there, but it really changes the whole look of the structure in the house. Gives you a nice little colonial bed and breakfast. Adding some different peel and stick shingles on the roof and so forth. Real easy projects to do that enhance these kits and make them something more than they are just on the box. So if you want to grab something that's right out of the box and put it on your layout, we've got that for you. If you're willing to try something a little harder and reward yourself with some modeling talents and skills, we've got the answer for you there too in those kits.
And I just want to clarify, those were undecorated Lionel kits.
Those are undecorated Lionel kits.
And you put those together?
Yeah, me. I know. It's hard to believe, right?
Well, I think you should start going to kit building now. they look really good, Ryan. Very nice.
I have as much fun building those as I do the Craftsman kits from other manufacturers and so forth. It's my way of unwinding at the end of the long day of working on model trains is to work on model trains. Wow. As crazy as that sounds, that's my way of letting my eyes adjust to something other than the computer screen for a few hours.
I think tomorrow you should call Howard and tell him you want to go into the building kit business. see how he reacts. They're very nice. You did a good job. I'm very. I don't know. Shouldn't be surprised.
You might say yes. You never know.
You're definitely a key cog in the wheel and a huge asset. And Ryan, you're always there, answering questions and putting everything together. I mean, you're a true wealth of knowledge about trains. And for people who don't know Ryan, he actually came from the Pennsylvania Museum, and just knew about the history and everything, the backbones of trains. So he's just a tremendous wealth of knowledge and a good friend, good person, and we really appreciate having you on, Ryan.
Thank you very much, Ken. All the same back to you. This is, we're more than business partners and colleagues. This is definitely a friendship, and I think that's the type of thing you see through the entire model train community. We're more than just manufacturers and customers. We do see this as a relationship that has a stronger value, and we all enjoy it. We're doing this because we love it. It's not just a paycheck for any of us in this business. And so we appreciate it and look forward to keeping things going down for a long time to come.
Thank you very much, Ryan. And again, all of these Lionel HO products you could get at TrainWorld.com. We'll get them up shortly. And a big shout out to Ryan, Mike, Howard, the whole team there, John, Sherry. They all do a tremendous job. And me and Lauren, Lionel has so many people that are truly important and are all great people. So big shout out for Lionel for doing this. We really appreciate them coming on today. And we'll see you guys soon. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.